EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the New England Patriots. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 8.
Off play action. Logan. He finds an opening past the 40. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Well, obviously, you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline and saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense.
Yeah.
I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
A huge play there for Chicago. 43 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Now they'll get this to Mims on the jet sweep. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Patriots' 11-yard line.
Taylor. The ball is free. Taylor lost it. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive.
I'm glad we were paying attention during the rules seminar because we learned the only time you can't advance a fumble like that is in the last 2 minutes of either half.
Right. Other than that, if that ball's out, whether forward or backwards, it's live and free for anybody.
No doubt about it. When you say free, that means he's got free reign to pick it up and go. That's exactly what happened there. Took it in for a touchdown.
They'll look to run with Taylor. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do. And when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Mayfield on first down. Got a man open. It's Ross. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. That catch good for only a couple. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. From the gun, Mayfield. Open man is Ross, complete.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going to the passing game, that should open up his running game too. Third and short yardage. Mayfield into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
At the 30-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Cole Kmet, the intended receiver, and it's third down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Third down, Logan. Fine work by the Patriot D there, and it's fourth down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
5-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And this is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Devin Asiasi there. Third down here.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. He's going to float this over the middle deep, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. On first down, Logan. It's caught by Mike Evans. Touchdown, Chicago!
Complete to number
Mike Evans, his 6th touchdown of the season as the Bears push further out in front.
I think if you pulled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their third possession. They don't have a first down yet.
That means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And this will be incomplete. A physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Going to the air again with Mayfield. Going deep this time for Miller. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free.
Hey, alert, alert! Let's go!
Mayfield with it once more. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Off the play fake. Logan. Now he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. Operating from the gun. Logan, flush to his right. He finds Corey Davis. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
At the 27-yard line.
Mayfield to throw it. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some dust.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And he's going to have a Patriots first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Throwing, Mayfield. And incomplete. An excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really. But second down instead.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Watch the run. 58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike. Hey, watch the slant.
To throw, Mayfield. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
He's going to take another shot. He's got a man, complete. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards.
10 at the 38-yard line.
And again, it's Mayfield. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
Scott Miller.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Throwing again, Mayfield on second and 10. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 2 yards the loss, and now third and 12. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on third and long. Mayfield off the play fake. And this one caught by Hunter over the middle. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 18 big yards on that one and a New England first down. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And this is caught at the 8. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. The Patriots into the red zone for the first time. This is first and goal from about the 8. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. A 4-receiver look here. 3 out to the left, 1 to the right on second and 8. Here's Mayfield. Flushed out right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And nothing there on the return. They've got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
And he makes it all the way down down to the 31. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 64 yards.
First down.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They run with Taylor. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but a guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
3-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Looking to throw. Logan eluding the pressure right. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. First and 10, Taylor now. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
Jonathan Taylor.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Bears will extend their lead. And the lead is now 24.
Good. Makes the score Bears 24. Patriots nothing.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light thing.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Brought down back at his own 9-yard.
Final play of the half, Mayfield. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And this carries into the end zone. And down he goes just shy of the 25. Now penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got room. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
That looked like a 2-deep coverage, which we call cover 2. And what that really means is you have corners, what we call rolled up in about a 5-yard area on the outside receivers. Then your safeties are back closer to the hash marks near the middle of the field, somewhere around 10 to 12 yards back. So if you can break through the first level, you've got a chance to run before you encounter any type of resistance from the safeties.
We saw the example of it right there.
At the 39-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Oh, get him.
Mayfield looks to throw. He'll find his tight end here, Asiasi. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 yards on the play, first down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Complete to Marquez Valdez-Scantling.
Now Mayfield. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Mayfield down. And it's caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
At the 1-yard line.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set them back for second down.
At the Bears' 8-yard line.
Mayfield. His pass caught at the 4. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a third and goal. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit. They'll try and run it here. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a first and 10. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, second down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. Strong run, but he's corralled just beyond the 40.
Taylor, the ball carrier.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
To throw on 2nd down, Logan. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Corey Davis, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead.
This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
And he's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the return will stop right around the 25. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
At the 25-yard line.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Logan, they'll set up the screen to Taylor. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down here. Back now here on EA Sports.
Patriots.
The Bears on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. He's at the 40. 20. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training.
And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Pats take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for 2. From the gun, Mayfield. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage. Put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 17-yard line.
after the loss to start out. Here's 2nd and 11.
Again, it's Taylor. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And it would appear he's going to be short of a 1st down as he stopped right around the 29. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Here's Jones. It'll be a 45-yard punt, and couple that with a loss on the return. And the Pats will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield.
Open man is Asiasi, the tight end.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he powers his way up past the 30.
The ball carried by number
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. New England on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling.
And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It'll be a Patriot 1st down on a pickup of 16.
47-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
The ball carrier.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
New England on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. Just a 5-yard pickup, but it leads to 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And this is incomplete. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And the Bears will get the football back. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
And no room that time, getting it to about the 46.
He was tackled at
just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Off play action. Logan. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. throwing on 3rd and long. Logan. And that will be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Uchenna Nwosu in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. A beautiful spin and room to run. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
6-yard line.
Mayfield on 1st down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 45. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Airing this one out for Evans. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he is going to be stopped on the return at his own 3-yard line.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 3-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not...
And my goodness, another interception. Eddie Jackson picks it, and they'll have it just 5 yards away from pay dirt here, 1st and goal.
At the 5-yard line.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So jumping from his free safety spot.
That tells you how aggressive they are on defense, doesn't it? They get everyone involved. He was a little too fast on that play.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
Today's final score.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And it was a game where they were off and running in the 1st quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.
So for the Bears, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they will head home next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for New England, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.